I thought I'd do a little video on this Ozito airbrush kit that I picked up. I got some vouchers for Bunnings from the kids for Christmas, so I thought I'd take the opportunity and pick this up. It's a kit, it comes with the compressor, the gun, the hose, regulator. It was about 120 bucks, I think. This is actually the second one that I got, because the first one that I bought, the solenoid that it's regulated to the tank will only sort of pump up to about 4 bar, and then a solenoid will turn the motor off, so it sort of stops it from pressurizing beyond that. What was happening with the original one was that solenoid, you could hear it click, but there was no wasn't actually cutting it off, so the tank would overfill, which thankfully it's got a blow off valve at the back there, which would cause that to do its job, which is good. But you know, it obviously wasn't working properly. Also I was using some what they call poster paint, which I think I picked up from the supermarket on my travels. That stuff was absolute crap. So while I was there at Bunnings exchanging the compressor, I picked up these Boyle acrylic paints, and they spray really well. This is the plate girder bridge that I think I've got in another video that I built out of balsa, and that's the matte black finish on that. I'm basically going to use the matte black as a base, as I've done there, but it sprayed on really well. I'm fairly happy with that. I mean, even as it is, I could sort of put that in place and it wouldn't, you know, being matte, I don't know, it just wouldn't look out of place. But I decided to mix up a small pot of sort of brown and black, or the raw umber and the matte black, sort of representing a bit of a rust colour. So I'm going to have a go at just sort of dusting that over the top on the outside, and sort of probably more concentrate towards the bottom of it to sort of simulate that, you know, there's some rusting going on and it's sort of being, you know, forced down by the rain and the weather and all the rest. So I'll have a go at that, and I'll bring you back when I've done that. I'll just give you a little demonstration of how it sprays. As you can see, it covers quite well. That's got the regulator set around about 30 psi, which gives me a bit of coverage. I obviously got a bit close there, got some runs, but yeah, it sprays quite well. And the compressor itself is really very quiet. So we'll do a little bit more on the bottom here. A little bit hard to film and paint at the same time, but this compressor should kick in any moment. But as you can see, the coverage is quite good. Once that compressor gets down below 3 bar, I think it is, it'll kick back in. There it goes. As you can hear, it's absolutely whisper quiet, so you'd have no problem. I'm down in my messy workshop at the moment, but you'd have no problem, you know, sitting at the dining table with that on the floor beside you. You know, obviously set up your area. But yeah, it's whisper quiet. I'm really impressed with it. As I say, I wasn't so impressed with the first iteration of it, but this replacement, and obviously with Bunnings it was no problem to switch it over. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So if you're in the market or looking to, you know, to get into airbrushing for your model railway or whatever, it's a really cheap and easy way to get into it. And with the appropriate paints, I've just sort of basically thinned that sort of 50-50 with distilled water, and that sort of gives it a milky consistency, which is ideal. I think the nozzles in the standard kit is 0.5 of a millimetre. I don't know if you can sort of upgrade those in this particular kit or not, but it's good for, you know, when you're covering large pieces like the plate girder bridge, it really works well. So there we go. Alright, so I've just applied the brownish sort of tinge. Hopefully it's showing up. As you can see, it's still wet. I'm hoping that will dry matte, because I've mixed the two together with the matte black and the raw umber. Unfortunately it's a gloss, but that's sort of the effect that I was after. Just some sort of weathering and some sort of rust along the bottom edge there. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. I'll let that dry and I'll put it up on the layout and sort of see how it looks with the track over it and that sort of thing. But yeah, definitely if you're in the market trying to sort of get yourself into airbrushing, I don't think you can go wrong with this bit of kit. So thanks for watching.